Hi, my name is Jamie Myers. I am your course director for visual arts in the entertainment and media industries. And now we're going to be talking about marketing. Starting with your target market. A target market is a specific group of consumers at which you want to aim your project. So whether it's a movie, a video game, a graphic novel, a commercial campaign, or just about anything, you want to really understand who your target market is. You want to resist the temptation to be general in the hopes of getting a larger slice of the market. That's like firing 10 bullets in a random directions instead of just aiming one dead center at the mark. Expensive and dangerous. When breaking down your target market, you want to keep these demographics in mind: age, location, gender, income level, education level, marital or family status, occupation, and ethnic background. Keep in mind that understanding this is a positive thing. You're not necessarily stereotyping your audience. You're understanding at which you need to spend the most money in order to target for a positive effect for your company. Other things you want to make sure you keep in mind are your psychographics. That includes your personality of your audience, their attitudes, their values, interests and hobbies, lifestyles, and behavior. Determining how your product or service will fit into your target's lifestyle. How and when will they use your product or project? What features are most appealing to them? What media do they turn on for that information? Do they read the newspaper, search online, or attend particular events? All these things you want to keep in mind when you are targeting your market for your promotional elements. One way to do this is social media marketing. Social media marketing refers to the process of gaining website traffic or attention through social media sites. Social media marketing programs usually center on efforts to create content that attracts attention and encourages readers to share it with their social networks. There are lots of different social media options at which you can choose from. The big ones are now going to be your Facebook, your Instagram, or your Twitter. However, there's a lot more at which you can actually interact with your audience with. After picking the deliverable for that social media marketing, what are you actually going to do? What are your media options? You're going to have contests, event sharing, allowing an audience to change an outcome of a project, your discounts, community involvement, events, promotion, interaction with the audience, showcasing how you want to use that product or project, fan videos, pictures, or fan fiction, retweeting your celebrities or your public figures, blogs, or of course, pushing and leaking information. If you want to use Facebook, a really great way to do that is add some GIFs. Have some event reminders about what episode is coming up next, when this is going to be premiered, different clips of the project, different exclusive, different games, especially if you're using Facebook. If you're using Twitter, you can use all those things as well. GIFs, events, reminders, images, clips, exclusives. Creating social media pages for either your locations, your good guys, your bad guys, and not just the project itself are really great ways at which you can actually talk to the audience in the voice of the character. You also want to be very strategic when you're distributing your project. Are you going to put it on Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon? What are the difference between each other? Why is one better than the other? As well as television networks. If I have a documentary show, do I go to Discovery, A&E, National Geographic? Which one would be the best for my specific project? If I have an independent film, same thing. Fox Searchlight, Sony Picture Classics, IFC, New Line Cinema, all of these buy independent films. But what makes one better than the other for you? What about a video game? EA, Sony, Activision are all distributors for a project. As well as graphic novels, you have lots of different options as well. A huge thing to take in consideration is when are you launching your project? Talking about movies, action movies. When do action movies usually come out throughout the year? That's usually during the summer. What about horror movies? Horror movies usually come out either in October or sometimes in February as well. Teen movies. When do teen movies come out? What about Oscar bait movies? Oscar bait movies, those are going to be your movies at which are there to only get awards, your award season films. And those are usually out in November or December, right at the very end, so they're still fresh in the minds of the voters when they start voting in January and February of the following year. Holiday movies usually come out during the holidays at which they focus on. Valentine's movies during Valentine's, Christmas movies during Christmas movies, so on and so forth. For television shows, you also want to make sure that you understand which day of the week do you want to promote your project. It's very important to understand that a one time slot is way better for a certain type of project than another time slot. Another great strategy is actually theming, is having a special theme days, such as for holidays or theme weeks like Discovery Channel's Shark Week. Another great strategy is called hammocking. That's a technique used by broadcasters, whereas an unpopular program is scheduled between two really popular programs in the hopes that viewers will continue to watch it from one show to another. Public television used this as a way of promoting serious but valuable content. You also want to make sure, do you want to binge? Do you want to put out all the episodes all at once, like Netflix? Or do you want to roll them out episode by episode by episode? Another huge event, especially for the commercial industry, is going to be your Super Bowl. That would be a great place at which to put your commercial if you want the most amount of viewers in the world to watch your project. Speaking about the world, do you want the whole world to be involved in your project or one certain slice of that little world? So what is the difference between the international markets that are out there? If you want to go worldwide, you're looking at United States, China, United Kingdom, Japan. These are going to be your top markets that consume a lot of the different projects at which you guys will be creating. Or maybe you want to go into a niche or cult classic market. A niche market is a subset of a market on which a specific project is focused. The market niche is defined as the project features aimed at satisfying specific market needs, as well as a price range, production quality, and demographics that is intended to impact. It also is a small market segment. Concentrating all marketing efforts on a small but specific and well-defined segment of the population, niches don't really exist but are created by identifying needs, wants, and requirements that are being addressed poorly and not at all by other firms, and developing and delivering goods or services to satisfy them. As a strategy, niche marketing is aimed at being a big fish in a small pond instead of a small fish in a big pond. That's also called micro-marketing. Another marketing thing to take into consideration is cross-promotion. Cross-promotion is a form of marketing promotion in which consumers of one product or service are targeted with the promotion of a related project. Cross-promotion may involve two or more companies working together in promoting a service or a project in ways that benefit both parties. Before you sign up for any cross-promotion, you want to go ahead and investigate the company that you are working with. Are you a natural fit? Do you enhance each other's credibility? Do you bring different resources to the table? Is the sum of our parts greater than our whole? There's so many cases in the world where cross-promotion worked until it kind of didn't. You can list many things like Subway and Jared, WWF and Hulk Hogan, lots and lots of different other examples. Can you think of any? Along with cross-promotion, you want to understand what product placement is. Product placement is a form of advertising, usually not involving ads, in which a branded products and services are noticeable within a drama production within a large audience. Product placements are represented in a way that generate positive feelings toward the advertising brand and are implemented, mentioned, or discussed throughout the program. This enables the audience to deliver a strong connection with the brand and provides justification for their purchase decisions. Product placements are usually initiated through agreement between the product manufacturer and the media company in which the media company receives economic benefit. A company will often pay a fee to have their product used, displayed, or significantly featured in a movie or show. Product placement is a great way to get your project financed without having to put too much of your own money into it. So there are two ways that you can do this. You can put your project promoted in their product, and the benefit for you is to reach a larger audience. For instance, you have the Avengers on all the Dr. Pepper cans, Spider-Man working with USPS, Godzilla working with Snickers. Then, of course, you have all the Happy Meals and combo meals with the different toys that are involved into that project. When your project becomes successful, there are more opportunities for spin-offs. A spin-off is a product or a subsidiary of a large or original project. TV series, feature film, etc. for networks is a chance to establish a show with a built-in audience, making it that much easier for them to sell advertising. Lots of spin-offs go to be successful shows on their own right, sometimes even surpassing the parent series' popularity. Others crash and burn, suggesting that there is no such thing as a sure thing. Nevertheless, networks keep on trying. Here are some examples. Breaking Bad had a spin-off called Better Call Saul. Arrow was a spin-off of Flash. Frasier, the most successful spin-off ever, was a spin-off of the original Cheers show. Law & Order had a spin-off of Law & Order Special Victims Unit, Law & Order Criminal Intent, Law & Order Trial by Jury, Law & Order Los Angeles, Law & Order United Kingdom, and of course, the Law & Order video games. Dead on the Money, Episode 2, Justice is Served, Criminal Intent, or Law & Order Legacies. So let's end this understanding on a case study. Let's case study Shrek 2. Everybody is familiar, if you haven't even watched, Shrek or Shrek 2 or any of the Shrek films. So what would be the target market for Shrek 2? CG enthusiasts, kids, families, people that love the adventures, people that love comedies, people that like the first film, fairy tales, lots of different target markets. Can you think of any more? Shrek 2 also had a whole bunch of transmedia marketing. They had a video game that profited $1.48 billion, and that's the Shrek 2. I'm sure some of you out there even have this at home. There's the Shrek 4D rides at all the Universal parks, short videos starring the Gingerbread Man as well as the other characters, live appearances of the characters, Comic-Con and Toy Fair immersions with the characters, Shrek Beauty Bud mask cream that was sent to a whole bunch of different kinds of bloggers, and they even had a Baskin-Robbins Shrek ice cream for Charity Day, which we'll talk about more in just a second. Product placement was all over the Shrek films. You had something that looked like Starbucks, Friars, which was actually a Big Boy, Burger King. Far, Far Away Land letters on the side of the building are very similar to the Hollywood sign, and the Beverly Hills sign looks a little bit like this Welcome to Far and Away sign. Just like any of the Marvel's movies, Shrek was all over the place as far as product placement. The Baskin-Robbins one. Anybody have these kid cuisines where everything turned your mouth green? You have the Shrek cups, Shrek's on candy bars, Twinkies, Happy Meals, cereal, and even Fiona like nail polish. So after putting all this money into understanding your target market, transmedia options, product placement, cross-promotion, what did Shrek 2 get back on that investment? Well, they got about $108 million on its first weekend. And back in 2004, that was the largest opening for any film. Also, $919 million worldwide in the box office. It was also the first film in history to total $300 million in a box office, earning it in 18 days. $185 million worth of DVD sales, and directly resulting to the commercial campaign that they did with Baskin-Robbins. On May 3rd, 2004, millions of scoops of Baskin-Robbins Shrek ice cream was served to people waiting in long lines for their opportunity to get something for free while helping a charity out at the same time. And of course, it is critically acclaimed. Over 40 award nominations and 16 wins. Lastly, the critics praised it. It was certified fresh. Fans showed up to opening day in costumes to the film as well as in Comic-Con. There's a Tony-nominated Shrek the Musical, Shrek the Hall's Christmas special, Scared Shrek, Halloween special, of course, on ABC every year. Multiple fan fiction sites, high-grossing soundtrack sales, and high-grossing merchandise and sales made sure that Shrek 2 was a success.